Shalom Israel, Shalom. It's Brother Araya. I want to give all honor and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashema Mashiach, wa Malak Yahushua. Another strong Shalom to all of the mighty brothers that go out there and labor on the highways and byways, making their body living sacrifice. In the rain, the tumults, the demons, the uprisings, the uproars, they're out there standing 10 toes down for the name of the Lord. Another strong Shalom to all of the mighty brothers that are not out there as of yet, but building themselves up, reading, praying, fasting, taking notes, doing everything they could do to put themselves in a position to shake the hand and wake up the hopeful elect. Another strong shalom to all that are mighty akwaf in this thing. Actually, reverencing their husbands, being teachers of good things to the children at home, being quiet, shamefaced, submissive, loving, steadfast, cooking, sewing, cleaning, doing all of the righteous acts of our foremothers on fire for the Lord. Another strong shalom to all of the mighty akwaf that are not married as of yet, but building themselves up, reading, praying, fasting, being shamefaced, doing everything they could do to magnify the Most High, His beloved Son Yahweh Shai in the ministry. And another strong shalom to all of the mighty children in this thing, right? Abstaining from all lust, concupiscence, and peer pressure, standing 10 toes down for the name of the Lord. And last but not least, another strong shalom to the whole entire nation, on fire, making their body living sacrifice in the last days. Right? This is going to be a quick cold cut on meditation, right? You want to meditate on godly things throughout the day. You know, meditate in righteousness, meditate on the kingdom, meditate on thus saith the Lord and the law, statutes, and commandments. You give your mind, right, and your thoughts over the vanity and foolishness throughout the day, you know it's going to corrupt your soul. Then you find yourself starting to think lewd things, move in a wicked manner, start to speak, wicked things out your mouth, and you're listening to lewd music, you're in lewd conversations, you're watching lewd things on the internet, you're giving heed to foolish, vanity, right? You're going to start moving in that type of manner and that type of spirit because that's going to corrupt you. The more you meditate in righteousness, the more your mind and your spirit, like the Lord said, as a man thinketh, so is he. So you manifest these things through your thoughts, right? The Lord said the kingdom is within you. When you have to pull these things out, it all starts with a thought and meditation. Adultery, like the Lord said in the book, I'm quoting a lot of precepts, but let me get this quick precept. The Lord said in the book of Mark, chapter 7, and I'm going to start at 20. It says, and he said, that which cometh out of a man, that defileth man. For within, out of the heart of men proceedeth evil thoughts. So it really starts within. What are you meditating on? Because before you committed adultery, it was a thought. Before you disrespected your husband, it was already in your mind. Before you disrespected your wife, it was already in your mind. Before you gave yourself over to slothfulness, it was already in your mind things you were going to do instead of reading. Before you gave yourself, whatever the case may be, it was already a thought process of meditation. So as a man thinketh, so is he. And within, out of the heart proceed of what? Evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders, theft, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blaspheme, pride, foolishness. All these evil things come within and defile the man. So you could defile yourself without touching anything, going any place, being around anybody. Don't think you got to be in the most wickedest of environments and situations for you to be corrupted in the eyes of God. Right? Let me get this quick precept. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, a psalm of David. Give ear to the words, O Yahweh. Right? Give ear to my words. Consider my meditation. So David meditated. David didn't just play the harp all day. Like David meditated on godly things. And when you really think about it, all throughout, you understand when you read the scriptures, men might their councils, men going to war, men having all of these councils coming together for war and all of these different things. It started off with the meditation of elders, right? You had something called the gate, right, in the ancient world. Men would come up and they would talk amongst the gate, and that would be the elders, the nobles, the princes. You understand, men of renown, and they would meditate and counsel in godly things. You will want to be around that. No, that was righteous. Let me get this quick precept in the book of Sirach. Right, it's the mighty book, the Sirach, chapter, let me get 6, and I'm going to start at verse number 34. It says this, It says, stand in a multitude of elders and cleave unto him that is wise. It says, be willing to hear every godly discourse, meaning be ready to open up your mind and meditate on things that godly men are talking about. You don't want to be in the midst of scoffers and foolishness and vanity talk all day. And let not the parables of understanding escape thee. It says, and if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee bedtime unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door. Let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Lord, and meditate continually. So you want to be around people that's going to sharpen you up. The Lord said, iron sharpeneth iron. So you want to be around these type of men and these type of women, to sharpen yourself up and keep yourself meditated on godly things throughout the day. You don't want to be that brother that's just, oh, no, that's just my cousin. Nah, it's not that deep, right? You're the clown at work. You're the fool amongst the congregation. And the Lord said, let thy mind be upon the ordinances and Salakia of the Lord, and meditate continually and his commandments. He shall establish thine heart. Your heart is your mind. So once you meditate over and over and over how to get rid of, that pain you dealing with, that sorrow, how to increase in wisdom, knowledge, how to break down that parable, what's this really going into? How's the Most High going to bless me if I give my mind over to this? And how can the Most High establish my goings if I apply this precept? Once you start to keep your mind upon these laws and these commandments, the Lord said he's going to establish your heart, meaning you're not going to be double-minded. You're not going to be frantic. You're not going to be fearful. Your mind isn't going to be 7 different things, like a watchman upon a high tower, telling you 7 different things. You'll be more strong in what you think and your establishment and your works. You wouldn't have to be, all over the place. The Lord said this, and give thee wisdom at thine own desire. So the meditation of your mind could bring forth wisdom. The Lord see you studying and thinking upon that parable all day long. You don't think he's going to give it to you? Breaking down his prophecy all day long, giving your mind into it. How can I help my marriage all day long? How can my children be more on fire? How can I make sacrifices in righteousness unto you, Heavenly Father, to avoid all of the iniquities of my household? You don't think the Most High is going to give you that and establish your goings? This is the book of Psalms chapter 19 and 14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. What do people meditate on? How to steal, how to get over on somebody, how to win an argument. You meditate on wickedness all the day long. How am I going to get XYZ? You're meditating on your check. How you going to spend it all day, man? It's Tuesday, and you're thinking about how you're going to spend your check on Friday for 8 hours straight at work. Look, I got this bill. You know what? I really want to do this, and when it comes down to it, I can spend it on that. And push come to shove, right? You just thinking about vanity all day. Or how are you going to spend your money on some new rims, a chain, right? And God knows what else. You got to meditate on the Most High. You want to think upon the Lord daily. It says, be acceptable in thy sight. Because your thoughts could be, iniquity in the eyes of God. Covetous. All you do is thinking about things you want and things that, how you're going to spend your money. It says, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. So David always had a mind of meditation. That's very vital when you read Psalms. It's very vital when you read the scriptures. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 97. And it reads, it says this, Oh, how love I thy law. It is my meditation all the day. All the day, David was thinking about the law. Because a king has to think upon the law. He's commanded to read the law all the days of his life. All the days he's on the throne. You're commanded to meditate on that. We've lost track because of all of the things that are in this world and, responsibilities, bills, family. You don't even have to be necessarily wicked, but you give your mind over to a lot of things. When you weigh the balance, what are you thinking about more? The commandments, the Heavenly Father, the well-being of your nation, or bills, stress, this world, a house, your car, and All of these different things. What's your mind given to? Your meditation is very important. It's so important that people in the world that have no understanding of who the Most High is, don't know him, do yoga. Go upon the high mountains and, put down mats, bow down to the sun, moon, and stars, and give their self over to what they think is peace. Because every man and every woman needs peace. You need a sense to where you're calm, you're relaxed. So much to the point where, people have made it a religion. People have made it a lifestyle. Yoga, chakras, all these different things, and they go to therapists. That's how strong it is. It's big business. It's $1 million, $1 billion business, giving you so-called peace and relaxation. But that's not of the Most High. Your true relaxation and your true meditation and true gathering of your thoughts should be of the Heavenly Father. Well, let me get this quick precept. Let's go to the mighty book of Genesis. Because our forefather Isaac, he meditated in the field. And it's good to get outside. Get out of your apartment for once, man. Get out of your house. Get out of the basement. Get out of your room. Go outside. See the streams, the rocks, the grass, the trees. Go see the elements. You understand? Look at the sky. Look at the sun. Look at the beautiful clouds and the painting of the Most High's works. You understand? Look at the work and craftsmanship of his hands. Meditate on these things. See the animals. See the creatures. All right, this is the book of Genesis chapter 24 and verse number 63. Right? And it reads, and Isaac went out to meditate in the field at the eventide. So he went outside, what some people call nature. People go hiking, they go camping. I mean, it's a big deal. It's $1 million business once again. Look how many camp and how many staffs and boots, flashlights, gear that they sell at all of these sporting good companies and places, man, and warehouses. Because people like to go outside. It gives them a sense of fresh air, relaxation. How much more if you went outside and you read a chapter outside in the elements while the sun was shining and the breeze was blowing and it was peace and quiet and all you heard was the creation of the Most High. The crickets, the birds, right? The different animals and the trees and blowing and the leaves falling off, and you get a sense of peace. Kind of feel more connected with the Lord. You're outside. Most High willing, he's regarding and beholding your prayers and your meditation and your thoughts. It says, and he lifted up his eyes and saw, and behold, the camels were coming. Right? And there you have it. Right, let me get this quick precept. Let's go to the mighty book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecy. So Jeremiah, what was he doing all the day long? Ezekiel, Daniel, these major prophets in these captivities that prophesied the end, that prophesied the times of Yahushua, that went in in-depth breakdowns and parables. What was Job thinking about all day long? I mean, you can't just negate and just think, okay, Daniel was just in the lion's den. That's all Daniel was. He just was thrown into the lion's den. In Ezekiel, he just couldn't talk. The Most High closed his mouth. And Isaiah had to walk around naked. No, these men all the day long, they were thinking about the commandments. They were thinking about prophecy. They were thinking how to break down some of the things that the Heavenly Father was even telling them. Daniel didn't understand everything the Lord said. Daniel was fainting. You had the Ezekiel, Jeremiah, right? John. These men had to be meditating constantly upon the things that the Heavenly Father was giving unto them. Those were heavy visions. A lot of time when you read the scripture, it says the burden of Habakkuk, the burden which this prophet saw. Meaning it was a burden unto them to break it down. It was a burden to see these things. It's a burden to behold it. Don't when you have a dream and you relax at night upon your bed and you wake up and you see chariots, vengeance, destruction, captivity or salvation or whatever you saw, you're thinking about it all day. Damn, that was mighty. The chariots, shooting down lasers and I seen this brother get beamed up. I actually seen an angel. What could this mean? And I was traveling through the field. It was nighttime. Then I seen the moon change of color. And next thing you know, I saw destruction happen. You're meditating on it all day because that's a parable that the Lord gave you by night. So, I mean, what were these prophets doing? It says he will keep the saying of the renowned men. And where subtle parables are, he will be there also. He will seek out the sentence of great, so like the secrets of graven sentences. So he's meditating on graven sentences all the day. Where everybody's talking about bullocks and foolishness and vanity of the world, this man is thinking about graven sentences, dark secrets, metaphors, similitudes, and be conversant in dark parables. It says dark parables, a dark parable. No, not something light for the matter, but something deep that no man can really give himself over to understand unless that was his meditation all the day long. Right? So I want brothers and sisters, the first time in the first day and mind of the minute, of the hour, of the second, and the year that you wake up daily upon your life, the first thing you should do is pray. First thing you should do is meditate on, the things that you went to sleep on, scriptures. Meditate on the things that, the Most High, has given you and what the Most High will do for you. So continue on in your meditation every and all the day long and stay in the spirit. But with that, I want to close out giving all honor and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah.